Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to today's video. We're going to be doing a little foundation. This is a new foundation from Essence. So we're going to get right into this. We're going to do a whole first application, first impression. And if you guys like unfiltered makeup opinions and honest reviews, subscribe and let's get into this video. So I am doing a whole new, like on my channel, you'll also see there's the Lure palette from Blend Bunny, and that's where this eye look came from. I decided to do the eyeshadow first, and for a tutorial on this partial, like this whole look, go check out my Blend Bunny 3 looks 1 palette video. We're gonna try out this new beauty today from Essence. It's the Keep It Covered Long Lasting Transfer and Waterproof Foundation. I have the shade 20, which is Porcelain. So this retails for $6.99, so it is under $10 at Ulta Beauty. Ooh, and it comes with, so like I really like the cap. I think this is adorable, but it comes with this really nice pump that you can see here. And this is in the shade, again, 20. So we're going to be applying this to my face today. And for first, we're going to prime with the Hello Good Stuff Primer Serum from Essence, which is like my favorite. And I just have to remember that I have stuff like on my face, because sometimes I forget that I did my eyeshadow first. A spoiler alert is that there's some fallout that I get on my under eyes, so that's why I decided to do my eye look first, and then now we're doing this foundation. And then for like actual like gripping primer, we're going to be using my Project Pan. This is the LYS Serum Skin Primer. LYS, it's the Secure Skin Primer, not Serum Skin. I like the way it makes my face feel because it's so lightweight and serum feeling. But then once it like dries down a little bit, it feels like so tacky. And it actually has that refreshing feel that the Mint Melt Primer gave me, which is why I loved the Mint Melt Primer, because it gave me that refreshing, cooling effect. And I feel like anybody who has like problems with blemishes or even just like hyperpigmentation, it like soothes the skin with its like serum-y ingredients, and then also just the way it feels. It just feels so good. I feel like my skin is just like bathing in this. I'm gonna go in with my foundation plate. This one is actually from Crown Brush, and this is a pump. Ooh, that's like super thick. Like, look at that. That's super thick. Actually, the consistency really reminds me of the Catrice True Skin. It comes out really thick like that. And this is the shade I went for because I wasn't really sure. Sometimes with Essence, I've tried one of their foundations before, and it just did not do well. And I do have a lot of hyperpigmentation, especially like on my cheeks. So I think this is a pretty good shade match. If anything, it might be just a little bit too... No, that's a good shade match. I'm going to concentrate this again on some of my problem areas. And guys, like, the drugstore has been coming out with some really great stuff lately. I do have some other foundations that I have featured on my channel as of late. And one of them that also claims to be, you know, it's under $5, and it's from Makeup Revolution. So go check that one out. And then I also tried recently the Juvia's Place new foundation. So, I mean, the drugstore has been coming out with some really great foundations lately. I heard L'Oreal True Match got completely repackaged. I'm not sure if it got reformulated, but at least repackaged. The Activewear foundation from Maybelline, and I want to do a foundation video on that as well. I'm going to see how this layers. Right now it's kind of a medium coverage, very matte. It's not by any means like juicy or like serum feeling or like hydrating. It feels very, very matte. And it doesn't, I don't know if I'm liking how this is like applying. It's like clinging funny right here. Like right here. Like really, really weirdly clinging. So the other foundation that I tried from Essence, this was like a couple years ago. I did a full face of Essence makeup and I tried that one. I don't even remember what it was called. And it literally just looked cake city on my face, and I was kind of skeptical to try this one from Essence. I haven't seen very many people like really talk about it. But right now, it's applying okay, but I really feel like it's accentuating some weird areas like on my skin, especially like right in here where my laugh lines are, like where I talk. Like it's not layering on top of itself very well at all. It's like patchy right in here. I am like it's stripped away the makeup in here when I put another layer on too. So like what is going on with this? Let's put some setting spray in because that might like refresh it. This is just the glass spray. Yeah, it like completely stripped away a layer of foundation. What is oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I can save this, I think. I think I can. Like, I think I can, but this is not working. Like, it stripped away all of the makeup right on my cheeks where I, like, did a little bit more here. And it's really just drying down very funny. So let's try and fix it with my Quickie Concealer. I have found that this one is very, like, skin-like and it doesn't settle into anything. And it just kind of really covers, like, any uneven texture that you do have if you have, like, uneven skin tone like me or like hyperpigmentation, and say hello to blemishes. But now we're just going to try and fix some of the areas where that foundation like got stripped away. Like we're going full 2016, let's do the triangle glam. But like you can see, this has a different undertone than the actual foundation as well. And I have found that this one just like it layers so nicely on top of anything. I haven't had any problems with any of these new foundations that I've been trying. So let's see if we can correct what is going on with the foundation, because I just feel like something is up here. And I have seen a couple people review this, but I actually haven't watched those videos yet. I wanted to remain completely unbiased when I actually tried this, and then I can go in after I'm done trying it and see what other people had to say about this as well. Oh, I just feel like so makeup-y all of a sudden. You can see like exactly where it had problem areas like here and here. And then I like to go in with the Sephora. This is the Micro Smooth Baked Powder. And this I heard was a dupe for the Dior Powder No Powder that like a lot of YouTubers have raved about for years. And it actually is being discontinued. So like this is like the dupe for it, and it's like a $20 powder. Um, but every single time I use this powder, I find that it just really sets down my foundation so beautifully, and it's just so like airbrushed looking. So if anything is going to save this look, it's the Quickie Concealer and this powder because it is so good. And then I'm just taking my Maybelline Fit Me powder and tapping this into the under eyes as well. Okay, now it's looking better. I do have to say that. It is looking better, but it's still, I don't like the way that it stripped away all of that makeup on my cheek here. And after we have applied the powder, I'm seeing areas where it just didn't apply evenly. It looks makeup-y up close. So let's just put on some blush real quick. This is the Juvia's Place Volume Floor blush. I do have a whole video of like new makeup that was tested by me, and this pretty sure is like a dupe for that Dior blush and Persona Bubble, which is that this is like super cool toned. It's such a beautiful spring color, and look how nice that is with the green. Like that is so pretty. Out of my Project Pan, we're also going to use my L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear Bronzer. This is in the shade 250 Light. And I really feel like sometimes this is just too light for me, and that's why it's in my project pan, so it makes me like use it more. I have two highlights I want to use. They are both from the Dragon Fruit collection with Cleona. So I have this shade here. It is called Pitaya, and it's a purple. Ooh, it's gonna pop out. No, bad highlighter. You do not pop out. You stay in. Thank you. So we have Pitaya, which is a purple. It's like a duo multi-chrome. And from me pressing it in, that's what it looks like. And then we also have this pinky, goldeny, peachy one. It's called Tropica. This one is actually like my favorite, as you can tell, because the labeling on this one is like worn out. But I think we're going to use the other one today because that purpley pink, oh yeah, that's like beautiful. This blush looks really beautiful with this highlighter. So I'm going to like push this in so it doesn't fall out because that's what it's trying to do. It would be so sad if something happens to this highlighter because it's just so pretty. Okay, so this is what the foundation is looking like with all of these layered products, and it did like save it overall, but I'm having like makeup cake vibes like all over my face. So we're just gonna kind of tap this all out with a damp sponge. We're doing an Alec lines technique right here. And it's clinging super funny like right in here, and I don't like that. Other than that, like I like the the powder products. Wonder if I can like tap it out a little. We're gonna try it with just a little puff, and it's like clinging funny. Right around my nose and here. Maybe it just didn't cling well with the, maybe it just didn't work well with the primer that I chose. But I was thinking like, oh, that primer is one I've been using a lot lately, and it's been working well with like every single one. So I was like, oh, that'll look really pretty. Still clinging funny around my nose, but not so bad everywhere else. No, it's still really bad right here. Ugh, this is a mess. It's just a hot mess. We're not going anywhere. Who is going to see this besides like the daycare people? You, like who's going to see this? And that's what this is looking like right now. It feels very finicky, and so far just like overall application, very clingy. It doesn't apply very evenly, and maybe again it's the primer. So it looks like some footage was lost and I cannot find the rest of the wear test for this foundation, but I did want to give you a quick update on this foundation. As far as like the wear and how it lasted throughout the day, it was not a great wear test at all. By the end of the day, and we're talking not even 8 hours later, when I finally took off my makeup, this foundation was very clingy, very patchy all over my face. I do I refer to it as it looks like clots, and it looked like it clotted and it just separated all over my face. It was not a great wear test at all. Now it may look great on camera, but in person it did not look good at all. I did end up wearing this foundation a second time just to see if it was the primer that I used, and it was not the primer. I used the Power Gripping Primer from e.l.f., and again, it still had patchy clinginess everywhere, and it just did not look great. So I do have a full speed review coming to my channel on this foundation with other products, so stay tuned for that, but I do apologize for some of the lost footage in this video, but thank you so much for watching the initial application and my first impressions of this foundation, and I hope you consider subscribing and staying tuned for more. Thank you so much. Bye, guys!